Hello, early childhood art friends. It's so lovely that you've come to do art this week. The first thing that we're going to do is talk about our learning target, which is I can make artwork about myself and my community. And now we're going to do a quick read aloud of a book called Ruby Finds a Worry. So I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to put it on full screen. And I'm going to make sure that you can hear it before I press play.
Ruby Finds a Worry by Tom Percival. Creatively read by Miss Jill. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high, and she loved to explore wild, faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day she discovered a worry. Now, it wasn't a very big worry. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. Each day it got a little bit bigger. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box. And it was still there at night when she brushed her teeth. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. She tried to carry it off as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry always was there, stopping her from doing the things she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realize it, but she was doing the worst thing that you could ever do with a worry. She was worrying about it. Now the worry was enormous. It could barely fit in the kitchen at dinner time, and it filled up half the school bus. And it took up the whole rows at the movie theater. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about, and it seemed like she would never be happy again. Then one day, something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. And then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? It was. Ruby realized that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. And she asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Then Ruby did the best thing that you can ever do if you have a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon both of their worries were gone. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, that wasn't the last time that she ever had a worry. I mean, everybody gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for very long. The end. Hey, if you like hearing the books that I read, go ahead and hit the subscribe button and you'll be kept up to date when I post new ones. Thanks, guys.
All right. So we learned about Ruby's worry, and she didn't feel better about it until she started talking about the thing that was bothering her. And today, we're going to be making drawings about things that maybe are making us worried if you have a worry. This is Belle. And Belle is a picture that you can print out if you have a printer, but you don't have to print out Belle if you don't have a printer at home. So don't worry about it. But if you do, there's a link in your Clever. You can print out a picture of Belle. Belle loves to vacuum up all your worries. When you give your worry to someone else, it means that someone can help you find the solutions. Take some time to doodle your different worries on your page, if it has Belle on it or even if it doesn't. And when Belle does a good job, you can decorate her, or you can draw a straight line for a nose, and that can be your Belle nose, and you can decorate your Belle nose as well. I used one straight line and two straight lines, and then I can even round it off a little bit. And that could be my Belle nose if I don't have a printer. And then you can draw all of your different worries for Belle to vacuum up. And hopefully, once you've drawn about your worries and you've talked about them, you'll feel a lot better too. Thank you all so much for coming to art today. Don't forget to post your artwork to Flipgrid or email it to me at ayood@tworiverspcs.org. Have a great day, my friends.